Move.
Claire! No!
Well done, Chris. It turns out that Alexia's work wasn't much of anything. So now, the only thing left is revenge.
Let her go, Wesker! You don't want her.
Fine.
Claire!
Today's a good day. I came for Alexia, but killing you is even better.
Sorry to disappoint you, but Alexia is gone.
That's no longer a concern to me. I have Steve to work with.
What?
Steve.
In his body, there's still a living T. Alexia virus. Steve should be a good specimen. Maybe he'll come back alive, just as I did, and be able to see your sister again.
You freak!
Don't you touch him!
I'm sorry, dear heart. But my men have already taken him.
You get out of here, Claire.
But what about?
As a surviving member of STARS, I have to finish this.
Okay. Remember your promise.
I'll end this once and for all. Say hello to my comrades who I've killed.
I don't know where you get your confidence, Chris.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Sure, I'm not human anymore. But just look at the power I've gained. Magnificent, don't you think? Nice try.
Wesker.
Today's your lucky day. Next time we meet, don't count on another.
Next time.
until we meet again.
Chris, where are you? Chris!
Hey, you know that I always keep my promises.
Chris, promise me. Please promise that you won't leave me alone again.
I'm sorry, Claire, but it's not over yet. There's still something we've got to do.
You mean...
Yeah, it's payback time. We've got to destroy Umbrella. Now, let's finish this once and for all.
And that's it. So, can I And here is I suppose, my second review of this game, a proper one though. So, first off, if you thought that that cutscene at the very end was ordinarily long and that it was weird that that last fight between Chris and Wesker wasn't actually part of gameplay, can you guess why? If you can't guess, here's the reason why. It was extended for the Code Veronica X version. There we go. That's why. Um, so here's another deal. I'm not going to repeat myself from my other review. So what I'll do is I'll correct myself on one thing, or I guess an opinion change, and then I'll go into one other thing. My opinion change is the music. I said the first time around that I didn't enjoy the OSTs, that they were kind of trash compared to other stuff. I changed my mind on that now. The only issue I have is that the Hunter's OST is a bit overblown. But aside from that though, I like this game's OST a lot. Can't even deny that. Like this game as a whole is one of the better Resident Evil games as far as its OST goes. It's straight up, it really is. It's one of the better ones. It's one of the few where like every single one of its soundtracks is pretty boss, except for well, the Hunter one's actually a boss too. I just don't agree with that fact that they use it for the Hunters. I think it should have been used for some kind of different enemy. And my only other thing about it that's new is with the characters, because I paid a lot more attention to characters this time than I did the last time I beat this shit. Um, you know what? Actually, before I even go into the characters, there's one more thing too. I mentioned that the linear launcher has one shot, it has unlimited shot, but it doesn't matter because it's some bullshit. Well, here's the thing, and this makes it really funny to me. I hit it on the first fucking go. That's never happened before, okay? One thing about the final boss fight, like I said earlier, is that it's just like the Tyrant boss fight on the plane. It's notoriously difficult. I'm gonna tell you right now, if I didn't, you could say, you could say, but what if you had just like 2 or 3 slots of like first aid sprays? It would not have done shit. Like that boss fight, you basically need the infinite heal. Like if you can beat it without infinite healing rooms, I fucking applaud you. That's one. And as far as the last part where Alexia's like flying in the air, that part is ordinarily very difficult. Like I said, you only have to shoot her once, like I did. But here's the thing, though, like she flies around erratically, and like if you shoot her right where she's at, she'll just dodge it. So what it ends up turning into, and the clock is going down the whole time still too. So what it turns into is that she's just like flying around dodging and shit like that while you're sitting there shooting at her, and then you have to maybe somehow time it to hopefully be able to get her to fly right into the bullet or the thingy, the rocket. That's what happened to me. She flew right into the rocket. Thing is, I wasn't even trying to do it. It just kind of happened that way. So I'm just saying, do not take my playthrough as gospel about how to beat that flying Alexa when she's flying. It's much more difficult than that. I got extraordinarily lucky. Like seriously, that 5 minute countdown, like how the fact that most of it, like that 5 minute countdown is basically just for the boss fight. But you can beat the first stage of the boss fight in like 1 minute. So like the rest of that 5 minutes, like you'll spend easily 2.5 of those 5 minutes dedicated to just shooting at Alexia while she's in the air under ordinary circumstances. I got very lucky, and I honestly find it very funny. That's why like that laugh when I laughed, which I don't like the fact that I laughed at during a cutscene, but that laugh, that was a genuine laugh. That was just funny to me that I hit it on the first try. Never done it before. For the first time I beat this game with the Infinite Healing Herb, it took over 2 minutes for me to hit the bitch. And it got really frustrating. And I kept saying, fuck you, 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 you fucking bitch. But not this time around. Anyway, so that's out of the way. The last thing was the characters. So there's one character that I would like to address, in particular, Steve. Is Steve an annoying pain in the ass? Yes. Is he probably the most unlikable character in this whole fucking game? Maybe one of the most in the whole fucking franchise? Yes. If slash when Code Veronica gets a remake, which who the fuck knows if it is going to. 4 is getting the remake treatment first, but that's not a part of this video. Um, but if slash when where the fuck that happens, they need to update Steve to make him not so much of a fucking bitch. But anyway, so is he an unlikable character? Yes. Here's the thing though. I gotta defend him based on his backstory. Like I said earlier, the kid is 17, so yes, he's a kid. He's a fucking minor. He's 17. Um, his dad was imprisoned, turned to a zombie. He had to kill his dad. Well, he didn't have to kill his dad, but emotionally, he had to kill his dad. His mom was murdered, I think, right in front of him. He was sent to this shit. And all this shit when he was 17 years old or less. Because we don't know how long he's actually been. Because I don't think the game ever states how long Steve's actually been there. So it could have been for a long ass time. The only thing we don't even know how long Claire was there, per se. She wasn't there for that long. Steve could have been there for a fucking year. We don't know. At least I don't know, unless there's some time frame that I didn't read or I skipped or some shit. But that's my whole point, though. So, is he an annoying pain in the dick? Yes. But I can't deny, I have to deny, I can't deny, I have to defend him. Because even though he's a little pain in the ass, he still earns his dues. Like, you can argue, could he be strong? Like a lot of people, maybe most people wouldn't be as annoying as him. Maybe that's just a personality trait of his. But a lot of people would be very distraught in his situation. Shit, a lot of people would outright fucking kill themselves in this situation. So like, you can't really blame Steve for all the bullshit. And that's pretty much it, actually. Defending Steve a little bit because he kind of deserves it, based on his backstory. Like if you're an asshole, but you're only like if you're an asshole, but you're only an asshole because other people in your life have treated you like shit for the past 10 fucking years. So now you're just a dick to everybody because they were a dick to you, so that's kind of like your coping mechanism. Does it make you an asshole? Yes. But is there a fucking reason behind you being an asshole? Yes. So, I mean, I can fault that, but like, there's reasoning behind it. Steve's mostly insufferable, yes, but there's reasonings behind it, so I'll give him that. Aside from that, though, I'm not gonna do a run over the whole game because I did that already in its own dedicated like 33-minute fucking video. So anyway, that's about that. That's about all I have that really differs from the first time I played this game. If I have anything else to add, I'll go ahead and leave about 30 seconds here to go and talk about it. All right. Well, aside from that, this is like this is the lost stepchild of Resident Evil games, where it's a decent one, but it's a bit too anime. It's a bit too silly. This would be a good. I honestly, I'll say this. I don't know why they're remaking 4. I mean, I do know why. Because it's like the most popular game in the whole fucking franchise for some fucking reason. Um, But so like I know why money wise, but like dude, remake fucking Code Veronica. Code Veronica, I know Capcom has fucking money symbols in its goddamn eyes, but for 4, but dude, like Code Veronica needs a fucking remake more than 4 does. And any Resident Evil fan will tell you that. In fact, a lot of people, Resident Evil fans, will like. There are some people who I don't think 4 is the best one. Oh my god, shocker, right? Holy shit! Like, holy shit. There's somebody who doesn't think that 4 is the best. Fucking Resident Evil 4 is the best thing to ever grace humanity. Here's the thing, though, is that even people who are die hard for 4, right? Like they think that 4 is the best game in the whole fucking franchise. Even a lot of now some of them are excited, but even a lot of them, especially when the shit was first announced, they were like they didn't even care for a remake because it's already good without it. Like people pretty like a lot of I think most of the fans. I have no data to back this up. I haven't seen any like I haven't like done a poll and all that. But from what I've seen, most fans like they'll buy a full remake, which I would just to buy it, but we don't need a fucking full remake. We need a fucking Code Veronica remake. But anyway. Oh, and my about my comments towards Resident Evil 4 too, 4 as well. Uh, I don't hate Resident Evil 4. In fact, I like it. I think it's a fantastic fucking game. I just don't like it as a Resident. There's two things. One, I don't think it's a very good Resident Evil game. And I'm not gonna no, and I could sit there if you're wondering, well, what do you qualify? What do I qualify as a good Resident Evil game? What makes a Resident Evil game good? This is not a video about that. This is about Code Veronica. If I'm asked to make a video about that, I would, but it would be its own separate fucking thing as to what makes a good Resident Evil game as far as I'm concerned, and why 4 just doesn't hit that mark. And 4 is not the only one either. 5 doesn't hit the mark, 6 doesn't hit the mark, hell, even 7 doesn't hit the mark. I don't know if 8's gonna hit the mark. But they're all good. But even all 4 of those games are good games in their own right. 4 is a good game just because, on its own merits, outside of Resident Evil, 4 is a good game. It's a really good game. It has outdated, wonky controls, but if you can get past that, it's a good game. 5 and 6 are good cooperative games. Fuck playing them by yourself, but they're good cooperative games. 7 isn't a very good Resident Evil game, but it's a really good survival horror game until towards the end when it gets too action oriented. I'm just saying, like that this game needs a fucking remake. That's my whole fucking point here. And yes, I have to say fuck to fucking emphasize the fucking point. And because I can. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, this has been Resident Evil Code Veronica X. And, yeah. The next Resident Evil game I'll be doing will be Resident Evil 8 Village. Truth be told, I might actually upload Village before I even upload this. I don't know yet. I'm recording this before Village, but who knows? I might. I mean, actually, if I upload Village after or before this one, I'll probably even add some shit to this review just to kind of put Village's shit in there. But anyway, for now that's it. And like I said, like 5 fucking times now, this has been Code Veronica X, and have a great day. Goodbye.